Hey class, how you guys doing? Okay, I want to show you some tips and tricks on setting up your booklet, 12-page booklet for our final project booklet design. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to make yourself familiar with week 6, project 3, part 1, planning and sketches. Go through this. Okay, note this, note how to set it, what we're setting up, exactly what we're doing. Go through that. Then go to week 7 and go through week 7, project 3, part 2, mockups. Go through this. Okay, then go to week 8 and take a look at the final due, and then take a look at the specifications there. Now, what you're going to see is this, and I want to share some production techniques here with you, because basically what you can do is this. You're going to be designing your 12-page booklet, right? Including, 12 pages with the front and back cover included. So what we want to do is I want to show you some production techniques so you'll understand how a spread booklet saddle stitch, as this assignment requires, is set up in terms of production. It's really important because it gives you some tips and a look into production while we're studying typography and layout. So it's kind of a little added bonus here. Now, theoretically, what you could do is this: you could design follow the instructions for setup, design your booklet, okay, and then you could take it to Kinko's or a print shop, and you could say, I want my booklet printed duplex, meaning front and back. This will all make more sense in a second. And I want the pages to be imposed. That means each page is spread with the page that it's supposed to be spread with as we go through the booklet, okay? This will make sense in 1 second. What I want you to do is this. I want you to start by building yourself a model. The model you're going to build is this. It's 3 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper. Okay, and you're just going to take them and stack them on top of each other. Okay, then you're going to turn them sideways and fold them in half. Okay, so what you have now is 3 8.5 by 11 folded in half, yielding 12 pages, right? Then what I want you to do is this. I want you to take a marker and write front cover on the front, flip it over, write back cover on the back. Then I want you to go back to the front, open the first page, and say page 1. I'm sorry, it will start with page 2 because the front cover is going to be page 1, right? So you have front cover, then you have 2 and 3 for the first spread. Turn the page, 4 and 5 for the second spread. Third spread is 6 and 7. That's the centerfold, okay? Next spread is page 8 and 9. The next spread is page 10 and 11, and then the back cover, all right? Then I want you to look at it, and I want you to see how it will look, okay? So there's page 2 and 3. Okay, that spread works great. Pages 4 and 5. So if you just set that up like that and take it to Kinko's and tell them that you want a saddle stitch book printed duplex, that means both sides, and you want the pages in post, they'll know what to do. Now, I want to take this a step further because I want to show you some production so you understand the construction and production of this booklet. So what I want you to do at this point is this, is I want you to take this apart. Once you have all your pages marked, take it apart and look at each individual page and see what's spread with what. So for instance, in the booklet, page 2 and page 3 are going to be spread together, but if we take it apart, we can see page 2 is spread with page 11. Curious, right? Not really. This will make a lot of sense. Let me just do this quick demonstration. I'm going to open InDesign. I'm going to File, New. So we'll just go File, New, Document. Okay, and then while my Open New Document dialog box is ready to open, you guys can see exactly how slow my computer really is. Wow. Okay, here's where we're at. So we have this new document dialog box, and right now I want to come right over here, and okay, so I have 5.5 by 8.5. Note that's an 8.5 that's folded in half, right? So that's 5.5 by 8.5. One page. We're going to start with one page because I want to show you how to add pages to a multi-page document. And this is covered in class. So one page. Start on page 1. Okay. Facing page is checked. Orientation is portrait or vertical. Okay. And then we're starting on page 1. Columns 1. Gutter. Column gutter is 0.1667. Then we have margin set up at 1/2 inch, and a bleeding slug set up at 0.125. All right, everything's good. We're ready to go. Let's click create. This starts the first page. Now, when this opens, we'll see the first page is, yes, indeed, it's 5.5 by 8.5. Now we're going to add pages. We'll just come down here to this add page, create new page. We're going to click that. That adds page 2. There's page 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 9, 10, 11, and then one click, the last page is 12. Now this is your booklet, right? The only thing that's different here in your booklet is that these pages aren't spread yet, 1 and 12. All right, now to demonstrate this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the front cover and I'm going to just say front cover. Then I'm going to come down to page 2. This is page 2, right? Not page 1, it's page 2. There's 2 and 3, that's the first spread. 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 9, 10 and 11. And then this, of course, is the back cover. Okay, so at this point, we're going to go ahead and add, I'm just going to go ahead and add some color here just to make this so we have a little bit of visual. So let's go back to InDesign. Okay, and I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to grab my rectangle tool. Okay, and then let's do this. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to add color by going like this. Okay, now I'm going to copy that by going to my selection tool, select that, command copy. Now I'm going to paste in place over here. Keyboard shortcut is Shift Option Command V. We got that, that, and that. Now I'm just going to go back here and I'm going to change colors. Change some colors here so that this is easier to follow. Okay, so let's go to our color. Where is our color? Let's go to Window, Color. Can't find my color for some reason. Okay, there we go. So what I want to do is I just want to add color here. So let's go here. We'll take that. We'll select that. We'll make that blue. Come down here, select that. Make that guy pink. We'll come over here. We'll select that guy. Make that guy yellow. And we'll go ahead and select this guy. Make this guy red. And then the last guy, we'll go ahead and make that guy green. Okay, so here's what we have. Note the layout. Okay, front cover, spreads. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what happens. Now you can try this yourself, all right, and then you can take the PostScript file to Kinko's. But what happens is we're going to go and I'm going to show you this, how to save this and print this as a saddle stitch book. This will shuffle these pages and allow them to be printed in spread. So what we do is we come across the top of the menu. We say right next to the word InDesign, we go File, come down to the bottom where it says Print Booklet. All right, and then what we're going to do when that dialog box opens, we're going to say we want all pages. We want booklet type is 2-up saddle stitch. Very, very important. 2-up saddle stitch. Everything else, defaults are fine. All right, now I want to just come over here to preview, and I want to show you this. Is so cool. All right, so now look, we have 12 and 1. That's the front and back cover, by the way. 12 and 1. Grouped together. Let's go here. Here's page 2 and 11. So if we take our booklet apart, we can certainly see, yes, 2 is grouped with 11. Now, the reason I have the colors here is so that you can see that that's not going to be your spread. Okay, it's not going to be your spread until these get printed both sides and folded together. So we know that 2 is grouped with page 3. So theoretically, we find page 3 and we'll find the other half of that blue bar. Now, if you take your booklet apart, you can see page 3 is next to page 10. So if we click over, there's page 10, there's page 3, there's the rest of that blue bar. So we can see how InDesign has reshuffled the pages to allow these spreads to match up, okay? Now, very, very important, if you want to just design your spreads, I'm going to cancel that. So here's your spreads, right? If you want to just design your spreads, and let me just grab pages. There's pages right there. If you want to just design your spread, so 1 and 2, right? So you would design that, I'm sorry, 2 and 3. You would design that as a spread, right? This is what it would look like. Then you would take this, save it out as a PDF, take it to Kinko's and say, I want this printed duplex. That means front and back, saddle stitched. Okay, they'll know what that means. And what they're going to do is exactly what I just did, is they're going to print it up to saddle stitch in position. Page in position means saving those pages together so that they'll spread out together. That's called in position. Duplex is called printing both sides, front and the back. So you can do one of two things. You can design your booklet as is, go ahead and save it out as a PDF, take it to Kinko's, tell them you want it printed duplex, saddle stitch, and you want the pages imposed. Okay? They'll know what that means. That means that you're going to spread page 2 with page 3, etc. The other option is to go ahead and try this method to try to print it out as this saddle stitch, a print booklet. Then what you can do is you save this out. So we can just go to File, Save. I'm sorry, File, Print. Once we go to that print booklet that I showed you, and let me just show you again. So File, Print Booklet. And then here is the preview, right? And then what you would do is just go ahead and hit Print. And that's going to ask you, you'll title it, we'll just say test title, okay, you say save, and it's going to tell you that it's going to save that as a PostScript file. Okay, so you can either take that PostScript file to Kinko's and say, this pages are already imposed, so you just need to print duplex, meaning that the front and the back cover is going to be, on the other side of the front back cover spread is going to be page 2 and 11. On the page 4 and 9, the backside is going to be page 10 and 3, and then of course 8 and 5, and then the centerfold will be a spread. That's going to be page 6 and 7 as designed. Okay, guys, so if you have any questions at all, please let me know. But that's the general methodology here and some of the terminology that you'll use when you take it to Kinko's. Now, Kinko's, they're pretty well trained. I use Kinko's all the time for my mock-ups and to a lot of tests when I'm testing spatial relationships, sizes of typography, type, etc., etc. So they should know what they're doing. Most of the time they do. Okay, and then you'll saddle stitch it yourself. If they want to do it, I'm not sure if they will, but how do you saddle stitch it? You'll get your spreads, print it up, set up, right? You'll just fold them in half. What you'll do is you'll take that, you'll come to the outside fold, you'll take a toothpick and a staple. You'll place the staple equidistant from the top. 2 staples is good. Okay, place a staple here, place a staple there. Take the toothpick and poke holes. Don't fold the staple. Staple should be, just take the staple out of the stapler. Okay, find where the holes are, the width of the holes. Poke a hole with your toothpick, then take the staple and put it through the holes, okay, so that it's poking through from the front to the middle. Then turn it over and you'll have the 2 prongs from 2 staples sticking, and I just usually take a pencil eraser and kind of fold them down in the middle, and that will give you a perfect saddle stitch, okay? That's it, guys. Any questions, comments, concerns, clarifications, or if I can make anything more clear here, please let me know. I'll be glad to do so. So please let me know if you have any questions. All right, thanks, guys.